I got wind of, hey, look, we're trying to get Laverne out, and this is what it is. We're trying to break it up because we know he got a solid connection with Ace, and never in a season have somebody who has a good, strong connection that they put off of the show. So I knew exactly what was going on because it was told to Ace, and Ace told me because, of course, you know, we rocking with each other. So understanding that, I had knew that, and I brought it up to each of them. I brought it up to Carmen. I brought it up to Sabrina. I brought it up to who else was it? Oh, I never brought it up to Tina. So, and I brought it up to him off camera. I said, I know what y'all doing. I said, but you know what? I'm like the Teflon Don. I'm gonna be around. So y'all trying to get me off.
Yes, you did say that.
And they actually got it on camera, but they never aired it. I said, look, I'm like, you know, I know they trying to get me out. I said, but I'll see y'all next week. Same bat channel, same bat time. So I knew what they was doing, and they confirmed it on the reunion, but then they denied it. So they just showed their true colors that they was lying. Because I wanted to be brought out. I could have easily said, no, I'm not going to bring this up. But I wanted to show everybody how people was doing, how people was moving. So it was a lot of nonsense. It was a lot of BS. So, and at the end of the day, it came out. So I'm glad that it finally came out that I was telling the truth, and they had this whole thing going on. And Sabrina actually confirmed it. And man, Sabrina, we never had no issue. So she actually confirmed it, which I was laughing at. I was like, see, this is, and most people didn't understand, Precious and Sabrina was best friends.
Yep.
So that's how Precious knew about it.
Well, and see, that was the other thing. Because Precious, well, I'm not going to get into that right now. But go ahead.
So that's how it all came out. So I'm actually laughing because they don't know how much grief and heartache they created by saying all this stuff or whatever, and then they confirmed it. And that's why y'all to see at the reunion, I was like, ain't God good? Look how he brought all the truth out. Now it's all aired out. Hopefully that, you know, they air this, and they did, which I was so grateful of. And it was a blessing. So yeah, so hopefully.
It was confusion at the reunion of who made the initial call. So
yeah.
Who did it? To your understanding, who did it? Was it Precious or was it Carmen?
So Precious. So Carmen made the call. She was trying to get people against me. So she was always getting the people against me. So that's what it was. And me and Carmen talked, you know, after everything aired, and she was like, "Hey, Laverne, this is what it is," and all this stuff. I was like, "Carmen, it's really no issue. We Gucci. It is what it is." And it was dead at that point. But people kept on wanting to, you know, make a point of it. So it was initiated by Carmen. I think she was just trying to get a coalition together against me, and that's what it was.
And you said a whole coalition?
Yeah, it was a coalition against Laverne. You know what I'm saying? And to the life of me, I never did nothing to these people. I was always good to these people. So that's why I was tripping about, like, why y'all even doing this? It doesn't even matter. If you want me off, just vote off. You know, it's all good. Did that answer your question, Stacy?
Slightly.
All right, good. So yeah, it was a conspiracy. It was a survivor moment on Rtl Love to conspire to have a voting block to get me off. And actually, I said that in my exit interview. I said it was a voting block. It's all about numbers, and they would not put that on there. I said it's all about numbers around here. I said, so this is not about connections. It's about numbers. I said, and they would not air that because I was like very raw when it came to that.
So do you think that the men didn't know how to count on our season or previous seasons?
So that's the thing about it. So I want to share something else. Carmen had told Demetrius that I was trying to get him out, and which we all know that's nonsense, because how can I get another guy out unless I had a coalition of women? So she was always throwing salt at me. For what reason, I have no idea, because I never threw no salt towards her. But that's how she was doing. On the men's lounge,
I'm sorry to interrupt. Do you think it was more so about her protecting her connections
No,
than you?
no, it was her because I shaded her, and she felt as though I shaded her. So, and we actually talked about this, and so she made it a point to come after me because I shaded her.
What did you do to shade her though?
I didn't want to be involved with her.
Shade.
So
So that was the rise and the fall from it.
that was a rise and fall. That was a rise and fall.
So do you feel like if you had not made your exit then, that you and Ace would have survived to the end?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think everything happens for a reason. Everything happens, and it happened the way it needed to happen. So that's what it was. It happened like that, and everything works out. It's all about God's plan, right? And so she got the person that's more aligned with her, and that's
Right.
Tyrone. And that's how things worked out. If it was meant to be, no matter if it was a show, being on the show, and we would have worked out. But it wasn't. It wasn't part of the plan, and that's all good.
Mm. Right. So I like that perspective that you take on that.
Yeah.
You know, people think that making it to the end though is like the big thing to do. And, you know, it really isn't. Like
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
no
didn't.
biggie. I mean,
Hey,
yeah,
listen.
it's no biggie.
Uh,
I mean,
no, but I'll say this though. I'll say this. I was so tired of dating all of these women all the goddamn time. I wanted to be eliminated. If I would have got eliminated, I would have skipped out of there.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, yeah, I would have been cool with that. I would
What
have had
happened to
no
Stacy?
problem with that.
Stacy
When
dipped on us.
she bailed on her. She was like, fuck y'all. Either that or her internet connection gave up on her.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, making my sandwich. You know what I mean?
I don't
Eating
know where
some.
Stacy at. Stacy must have had to. She
What?
got called to do something else.
Oh no, hold on, they coming back on. Yeah, she must have paid her bill.
Yeah, you paid your bill, boo. If not, I'll cash app you. I cash app you. You need to see.
Laverne, your bullshit kicked me out.
Uh-huh.
See, hey, Paul. See that I always deliver to turn the women off. See that? You see what happens? You see, I need to have that 850. If I had that 850, she'll be nice to me.
You be able to deliver.
I slid in
You
her
can't
DM.
deliver.
I slid her DM so many times that she blocked me.
I had a follow-up question, but your shit
What's up?
talking just turned me off.
Uh-oh.
I'm known to do that.
Sorry to these ladies.
I know, right?
Man,
Charge you to the game.
sometimes it be
Um,
like that.
so Laverne, other than Ace, like who would be your next top connection? Who is your next connection? Like who is your
Nobody.
Yeah, it's like that sometimes.
Nobody. So no shade to nobody, but I'm good.
Yeah, see, that was my thing was I always kept an open perspective on you know, that whole dating pool. I was like, it could be, but
Hey,
maybe it
actually,
won't be.
Aubrey.
You know what I'm saying? No, it's all good. Yeah. So I never really had like a
Who was your
sec.
number two?
Who mine?
Yeah. Your number one was
Um.
who, and then who was your number two?
So okay, it's shifted at different times. Give me 1 second. Hold on.
But that's normal. I think that's everyday life. I mean, like people forget, like when they watch the show, like you gotta
Hmm.
watch it like you're doing it everyday life. Like we get phone numbers,
Right.
we might go and have lunch with somebody,
Right.
like things like that. So I think it's normal that you
Mm-hmm.
you shift through the process.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my first number one. I mean, my
Your
first
number one.
my first number ones
damn.
was, well, I mean, initially when I came in, I had Dakia, Sabrina, and Ace coming in.
Yeah.
And then I think somewhere around the
you had
second
Sabrina?
date.
You had Sabrina as your top?
Not that, I mean, she wasn't the top pick, but she was in the 3.
Yeah.
It was Dakia, Ace, and then Sabrina.
Yeah. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I can see you. I can see you an Ace because y'all rocked together. Y'all had a good vibe, and yeah. So I see that. I thought Precious was like on your top.
Precious didn't get to be on my radar until I ruled out Sabrina, and I saw you and Ace's connection forming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I dig it. I dig it.
So T. Jackson asked me, "Do I have any love updates?" I'm not like them. I'm not like them, especially him.
Who is him?
Like you. Can you
You
not
can
see my face?
point the other way. Point the other way. Use the other hand. There you go.
Phone,
there you go.
On my phone, it's showing you on the other direction. My B. I just think that like I didn't feel like my experience on the show ruined my perception of dating. I think that in fact it allowed me to recognize some things that I needed to like, yeah, my lines in the sand, stick by them, my standards, stick by them. But I think like for me personally, myself, realization and accountability was leave post show was that, like sometimes I need to not close off everybody. Like one thing don't have to be a complete turn off if it's not a red flag. You know what I mean? Like a turn off and a red flag are not the same thing. And sometimes I had to learn to be more willing to accept things that just utterly disgusted me.
Yeah.
So in other words, she's still open for the process. So hit her up.
Shut your ass up.
Hey, shoot your shot,
for the
King.
Process.
Shoot your shot, King.
I'm in the process.
Hey,
I'm
she's
open.
available. Look, Stacy, she's available.
Hold on, let's say this. I'm available. I'm not thirsty. I don't believe in like I know and understand my value, and there's nothing wrong with people being single. Like sometimes when we do like interviews and lives and things, people be like, "Oh, but you single, but you don't have a man." Well, I'm not a kept ass woman. Like I'm not gonna stay in a place of misery just to say I got something. Like that's
no doubt.
Boo. Say it, boo. Say, look, I ain't thirsty.
I'm not thirsty, and neither am I desperate. I'm good.
Hey, that's what happens when you have those good edges.
And a lot of women are good, and it's okay for them to weigh their options and continue to date until they find what they're looking for.
Absolutely.
So what are you looking for, Stacy? So that way the people know. Hey, I'm just saying, you have a unicorn that's like sitting.
Are you flexing? Are you gonna do that whack ass? Is he flexing? Oh my god! Oh god!
Hey,
I'm
glad you turned your camera off for that shit, Paul.
No, I can still see him.
Oh, So, ladies, now you know if you need somebody that can pick things up but not reach the top shelf in the kitchen, go for Laverne.
I can reach the top shelf. I can reach the top shelf very much. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
And guess what? I know how to drive. So guess what? If you need somebody
to pick you up, to drive.
If you need somebody to come pick you up.
He's so spiritual. He advises you to pray Put on your seatbelt before he hits the gas.
Hey. So look, Stacy already actually made my point. If you need somebody to come pick you up from the airport, he will make sure you are taken care of. He